What's up, YouTube? This is your boy G back in another video. Today's a very special day. Our friends over Sound sent us a really amazing IEM. They call it IEM, in-ear monitor. I just call it wireless earbuds. It's God mode activated, like what they said. This is the SANWEAR GT. As a matter of fact, let me just show you real quick. Essentially, just to provide my honest review about it. They did not pay me or additional payment for that matter. They just thought I can provide my honest feedback on this one, honest opinion, and that's what I'm going to do. And I believe it's around $400. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, unboxing is pretty cool. There's like a little box outside and the real box inside. It says God mode activated. Pretty fancy. They're actually focusing on ultra low latency. I love that. Ooh, the box looks super fancy with this little concoction here. You're gonna be greeted by this letter right here, straight from the CEO. Welcome to a new era of audio with SANWEAR GT. This is from David Leong. So you see pairing button on the top, and then you can of course touch the left and right there if you want to reset them. You don't have a manual, but you do have this QR code which you can just check right away from the website, and this dongle for the SANSync. Of course, you also have this USB cables right here, USB A to C, and then you have C to C as well. You also have this lanyard, that you can use. And then from the box, you have this different sizes, sport hooks, it says. And then you also, of course, have different sizes for the ear tips itself. You have small, medium, and extra large tips. Close like so. Again, God mode, pretty cool. And the case itself is looking like a car, like a sports car or something. It says GT on the top. On the bottom has some rubber feet, so it's not gonna move. It's USB Type-C on the back, and then your lanyard area there. The buds are magnetic, so I love that about it. It's just inverted though. The left bud is on the right, as you can see, L, and then the right bud is on the left, at least if it's like facing you. RGB or the LED lights on it's pretty cool though. It's purple and red. As you can see, it's magnetic. Pretty cool. And again, these are your actual IEMs. Piano finish, very glossy. It says removable module. And again, some LED light right there. Right unit says, left unit, so you will never misplace one. And interestingly, the actual speaker or the head doesn't have any holes in it, kind of like a foam or something. But the real good thing is this silicone here, or this rubber, it's pretty tight and it has some locking mechanism here, so it's not gonna go away anytime soon. So that's your SANWEAR GT. It's really cool. I love the looks of it. And again, when you remove the actual earbuds that are magnetic, by the way, as you probably saw in the unboxing, the case is just glowing amazingly cool, right? Look at that. That is kind of like an ear. Oh, now that I just realized, this case looks like an ear, right? And then you're just putting in the IEM or the buds, but it looks like an ear, and it's always glowing like this, because it's paired. And the cool thing about this, that it actually setting it apart from a lot of competitors out there, is its capability, right? So this is not only like a wireless or a Bluetooth earbuds. This SANWEAR GT, and I believe a lot of other products of Sound, has two modes of connectivity. First is Bluetooth, right? So of course you can connect it traditionally using the Bluetooth connection. Very easy, very cool. But you can also connect this wirelessly, right, using the case, which I actually find weird, right? I think this is the first time that I saw something like that, right, in a connection. Maybe there's other equipment or device that uses the same setup as well. I'm just not aware. But this case is pretty awesome because again, it connects wirelessly to the buds, and then you can just plug this in to the actual computer. So like so, this is now connected. Again, you can See the glow there as if it's just inside your ear with a glowing. It's now plugged in, and your wireless buds here, right, your IEM, will be connected wirelessly to that case and provide you with an ultra low latency connection. That is actually amazing because I was able to verify it using my editing. Of course, I create videos like this, right? And the ultra low latency for me is very, very important on using my DaVinci Resolve, right? My video editing. If the audio there is not in sync with the video, you're gonna have a hard time editing videos like this, right? So I actually cannot use Bluetooth because the delay is actually noticeable there. It will not work. It doesn't work, right? It's just gonna give you a hard time cutting and editing videos. But I just tested this, and this is like a wired connection. If it's using this case, using its ultra low latency, it's called SANSync. It's like a wired connection. It doesn't have any latency on it, and I can absolutely use it on my video editing using my DaVinci Resolve. And that's what I love the most about this. Of course, that is primarily for gaming. I also, use it for gaming, but that is just amazing for me to see that wireless earbuds like this can connect without any latency like that, and I can use it on my wireless editing. I cannot use other Bluetooth, even my headphone like this. If I use it connected via Bluetooth, it will not work as well on my DaVinci Resolve. It's just not good, right, to be able to edit that way. So again, the one that set this apart from the competitor is the modes of the connection again, right? The SANSync and then the Bluetooth. When you want to switch mode, you're just gonna have to tap any of the buttons, right? The left or right, it will work. But this is by default. You can of course change it, on the settings or on the app, which I will also show in a bit. But you can just tap 3 times and it will toggle to Bluetooth. It will switch to Bluetooth or to the ultra low latency wireless connection, which is pretty cool. Now, of course, the wireless connection or the ultra low latency connection, you can only use that with the included case or the dongle. Right now, they also provided the dongle, which is pretty awesome. This little guy right here. So you're just gonna have to plug in either to your phone. This is a Type C connection, so you can plug this on your phone or on your computer. If you don't have a Type C, you might need some adapter like this. And the case also works on the phone. So if you plug the case to the phone will recognize it as a headphone. So it will say it's like headphone, as if you just plugged in a 3.5 millimeter, right? It's wirelessly transmitting to your earbuds right there. This is the QR code in case you wanted to check that out. That is just the manual, but it will just bring you here, which will give you the setup manual, right? Again, how to pair it, how to turn it on, how to even troubleshoot. And the cool thing about this as well is, just in case it's bugging out or it's giving you some problems or whatever, you can actually like put this back on a case like this, right? And then tap it like 5 times on each bud, right? 5 times here, 5 times on the other one, left, right, and it will reset the device on its factory defaults, right? As if it's a brand new. Very, very easy way to reset it. I absolutely love that. On to the sound quality. Let me give you my honest thoughts for the sound quality. So I've been using this extensively already for a couple of hours now, believe it or not. And I'm just I'm just mind blown. I will be honest, when our good friends in Sound, right, David Leong. By the way, if you haven't heard or if you're not aware, David Leong, right, or DL, who's basically the CEO of this company, Sound, who's creating this, right? This SANWEAR GT again. I love the box there. God mode activated. They're not lying, guys. It's definitely God mode activated. But David Long is actually kind of like the founding engineer of the Beats by Dr. Dre, right? If you're familiar with that connection, and Monster Products, right? So he's definitely really good on creating or engineering earbuds like this, and it actually shows. I'll be honest. Again, when he reached out, actually when their team reached out to me, I thought it's kind of like a scam, right? I didn't even want to do it because again it's also pretty expensive, right around $400, and I believe there's a lot more other cheaper options, better options right there. But earlier, when I've been listening to it, I realized one thing, right? My headphone here, which is pretty expensive as well, it's a Soundcore, but it has its active noise cancellation, and then some earbuds, and of course, I just purchased Edifier Hi-Fi system. If you're probably aware, right? You probably saw on my previous video that I just purchased S1000, right? Mark IIs of Edifier, which is again high resolution hi-fi system here. So that means I'm at the stage where my ears is pretty sensitive in quality right now. It's just signs of aging. But the earbuds that I've been using, I've been using Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro, and then I've been using a lot, right? For earphones and earbuds. And one thing that I can say is that they're already good for me, right? Honestly speaking, especially this one, this is kind of like my daily driver. I also reviewed this. I'm just gonna put the link. I forgot the model of this, but this is like the flagship of Soundcore. But this headphones, earbuds are already super good to me. But when I use this sound again, I thought they're not legit, right? When I use them, I'm just mind blown. And then I was constantly swapping, right? So I'm using the sound or the SANWEAR GT, and then switching to my headphones, to my earbuds. And I don't know what happened, but my earbuds and my headphone suddenly sound crappy. I don't know. Um, all of a sudden they sound worse, like a lot worse, right? They're now just bassy. What I just noticed, they're now all of a sudden was very boomy, right? So again, this is this like a really good one from Soundcore as well that I just recently purchased. It also has active noise cancellation. This is really good, very comfortable, and I absolutely love this. But then when I started to use the Soundwear right now, this is not even on 50% or even 30% of the performance of this. It's bonkers. I'm being honest with you guys, it's weird. I think again it's on the clarity. So what I noticed with my with my Soundcore, which is again really good already, it's just boomy. It's just bassy, and I cannot actually hear the midtones or the high tones. The treble's not that clear, and it's just all bass. So it's giving me this false sense of quality that is just really good because it's just bassy. Same with my headphones. My headphones is a bit better, but I definitely love this as well. It's very bassy. It's very like it's gonna make you feel the tension, right? But when I use the Soundwear, it's kind of like my edifier, my S1000 Mark IIs. It's very clear. It's ridiculously clear and ridiculously loud. That's what I noticed right away. It's very loud. So I thought again my earbuds and my headphones are already pretty good. But when I use the Sanwear GT, it's very loud, right? I'm just I'm just connected to my PC, and then I'm just using like half of the volume for my actual Windows, and not around 80% in Spotify only. But it's ridiculously loud. Now when it's kind of like again my edifier or something that is connected to a DAC, right, or to a really good DSP. Whenever I switch to Bluetooth, it's still good, but the volume is a little bit lower than the SanSync. So I would highly recommend the SanSync. It's kind of like the DSP or the processing of that one is definitely better, and the amplification is also louder. Bluetooth though is still substantially louder than my any of my headphones that I currently use. Even my PC headphones that is also expensive. This is Steel Series Arctic 7, I remember. It's still better than that. It's bonkers. I'm 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 being honest, guys. I'm mind blown. It's now more suited to me to use that along with my edifiers because they're kind of like on the same range or same quality per se. They're not that boomy, right? They're not very bassy. They're very clear. They're very clean. So their bass is there, but it's not overpowering the mid and the highs. It's still very detailed. That's what I noticed. The mids and the highs, the vocals is very detailed, and I can hear. All of a sudden, I can hear the instrument, right, and the background music on the FLAC or even on Spotify tracks that I've been playing earlier. Again, on my typical earbud, the old one, it's just all bass. It's kind of like you're just feeling it, not really much clarity. So that's one thing that I notice about it. So wearing it, it's gonna look like this, right? It's actually a tad bigger, and it has a really great seal. Might look a little bit dorky, right, at times because again, it's kind of big, right? If you notice, if you can see that, it's kind of big, as if it's like the old Bluetooth, things that we're using before. It's not as discreet as others like this, but again, it it works well. The touch is very good, ultra responsive, and again, you have a couple of options, to touch, right? You can just like control the software, which I will also show you here. So this is the software. The software itself is very simple. You do have a luminance control in the middle, and then you do have this equalizer or on the left side, and then you do have the equalizer on the middle. You can change from music, game, or movie there, or just adjust that band. And then on the right side, you do have the option to change the gestures, right? So again, one tap is play pause, two is preview song, and this is on any bud. I mean, you can just adjust left and right there. And then three taps on any bud again is switch connection mode, so it will just toggle by to Bluetooth from the SANSync and vice versa. And then the hold one are disabled, so you can just activate that and turn on, like, whatever options you would like to have there. I absolutely love the sound. Again, I could not believe that it's legit. It's very clear. It's not bassy. It's super clear, and it's kind of like a really good sound quality that is very far from my traditional earphones and headphones. But absolutely brilliant. Again, this is the SANWEAR GT from Sound. I highly recommend to check them out, guys. But let me show you the website again. This is the SANWEAR GT, as you can see, and right now it's currently on sale, right? So originally, and this is in Philippine pesos, originally they're 23,800. This is an IEM, and or 29,800 originally, and right now they're around 23,800. Now, of course, they also have another version called SANWEAR. I believe this is the original one. It comes with a black and white. That's also lower, around 16.7. And they have the SANWEAR GT again, this one, guys. And then they have a very new one called Quantum. I think this is the Quantum, and that is even cheaper, right? So as you can see, the Quantum is just 19.6 compared to the SANWEAR GT that is currently 23.8, right? So if you want to check them out, you can actually start with SANWEAR Quantum, and that's their latest product, and then you can check the quality and whatever. All right, let me put the specs here for final check. If you want to check again the specifications, such as battery life, right, and drivers and whatnot, all the technical stuff, I'm just going to put it here so you can just read. But pause this video if you want to screenshot that. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions, suggestion, opinion. I always check my comments, so just go ahead and check that out. Subscribe, by the way, if you're into the market for earphones or any gadget. I unbox and review things like this, so it might help you in your purchase decision. Consider subscribing. Thanks so much in advance. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and see you on my next one. Peace.